Today we're factorising Monic quadratic expressions. To factorise a quadratic expression, we're going to have it in the form of x squared plus bx plus c. What we need to do is find the two numbers, that is the factors, that have a product of c and add together or sum together to give b, the number in front of the x. You then use these two numbers to write a binomial product. Here's some examples. Let's work through them so you can see how this could work. The first example is x squared plus 7x plus 12. And what I need to do first is I find p. And in this case, the p is the number I'm looking for the products of. And that's 12. I then work out what numbers multiply together to give 12. The numbers that will multiply together are 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. That's my product. I'm then looking for the sum. I'm looking for the numbers that will sum together to give 7. So finally I need to find the factors that work in that way. 1 and 12 could not add together to give 7. 2 and 6, close but not quite there. It must be 3 and 4. So my two factors are 3 and 4. All I need to do then is write them as a binomial. And so in this case it's just plus 3 plus 4. Example 2 gives us this. Y squared minus 2y minus 3. The negative numbers are going to make it just a little bit more complicated. So we're going to have to be careful with this one. Again, our product, we find our product, which is the number on its own, and this time it's minus 3. Now the factors of 3, there's only 2. It could be 1, but because it's minus 3, so it could be 1 and minus 3, or it could be minus 1 and 3. They both multiply together to give minus 3. So then we have to work out our sum, which is minus 2. So what are the factors then where they multiply together but then add together to give minus 2? Minus 1 plus 3 gives me positive 2. So it must be this one here, 1 and minus 3. So it's 1 and minus 3. Then I write it as a binomial, y plus 1, y minus 3. If I was to expand that back out, 1 times minus 3 gives me my minus 3. Minus 3 times y is minus 3y plus 1y gives me minus 2y. Let's keep going. Example 3. X squared plus 3x minus 4. My product is the minus 4. Notice the minus again. So this time, as I rewrite it, I've got the factors of 1 and minus 4. I've got the factors of minus 1 and 4. But also for 4, I've got 2. And it can only be minus 2 and positive 2 for it to work. Because minus times a negative, a positive gives a negative. My sum must add to give positive 3. So my factors, when I look at the potential products, I can cross out the minus 2 plus 2 straight away because that's 0. That's not 3. 1 minus 4 gives me minus 3. Can't be that one. So it's got to be this one here, minus 1 and 4. So then, in this case, it's x again. I rewrite it as a binomial. X minus 1, x plus 4. Just write those numbers straight in as they stand. Final example, example 4. You might have seen this one before. Y squared minus 2y plus 1. Again, I go looking for my product. My product in this case is 1. But as you can see, there's a minus here. You know there's got to be some sort of minus going on somewhere. So my factors are 1 and 1, or minus 1 and minus 1. Hopefully you can see that they both multiply together to give 1. I look for my sum, minus 2. So therefore, what are my factors? Well, 1 plus 1 equals 2. It can't be that one. It must be minus 1, which gives me minus 2. So it's minus 1 and minus 1. I then just write it, y minus 1, y minus 1. That, of course, because they're the same, can be simplified to, if you wanted to, y minus 1 all squared. So that's how we use what's called PSF, product sum factor, to factorise monic quadratic expressions.